I would like you to put your fruit in the bin or in your bag, and I'd like you to put your drink bottle under your table and come sit beautifully on the floor like a good listener. Can you do that straight away, please?
My name's Nicole Rodder. I am a grade 1 teacher at St Anthony's Primary School, which is situated in Melton South, which is a low socio-economic area. The school has around about 300 students, and a lot of those students represented at the school come from different cultural backgrounds.
I'm seeing lots of good listeners on the floor, ready to start.
Jen is the other grade 1 teacher at the school. She has come to watch me model teacher talk in the classroom, giving instructions, modelling language and talking really clearly to the children about what they need to be doing. So she was in there really to have a look at how I set a focus on oral language, which was creating sentences, and how everything was linked to that focus.
We are going to work together, and you are going to work on your own as well, to create sentences that make sense. Can you tell me, why do you think it's important to make sentences that make sense? Why can't we just say them any way we like? Joy?
So people know what you're talking about.
So people know what you're talking about. People might not understand you if you're not using your sentence structure properly. That's really important. I jumped into the ocean and I saw. And then the place that I jumped into, what was that? Isaac?
To the ocean.
Into the ocean, that is the place. Could you turn to the person next to you and could you share what you might see if you jumped into the ocean?
I've identified that in my class there is a real need to improve the oral language, whole class. But in particular, there is a group of students that need assistance.
Can I get you to turn around? Could you put your hand up and tell me something you might see when you jump into the ocean? Amy.
Starfish. Starfishes.
Starfish, we say. Genevieve.
Dolphins.
David.
A killer whale.
A killer whale. I like how you put the word a in front of killer whale to make it make sense. I think we might put in, Jen, a dolphin. Can you put that in for us? We were able to make that sentence make sense by putting the word a in front. It wouldn't have made sense if we had said, I jumped into the ocean and I saw dolphin. It was really good, the person who told me that, who said a dolphin. That's how we say it in English. Can you please say it all together?
I jumped into the ocean and I saw a dolphin.
Boys and girls, I'm going to ask you today, when you come in front of the literacy board to see what activity you're in, if you could stand very quietly, just like a good listener over there, in front of the board. Can you do that for me now, please? And you're going to just stand in front. That's not standing. Listen, I asked you to stand. Beautiful. So the first thing you need to do is work together to make your sentence.
I think all of the children who were working in their groups were able to create sentences that made sense following that structure that I said at the start. And the children in the focus group achieved the objectives that I had planned for them. But I was also taking notes in my focus book of some things that we need to continue on with them.
I jumped into the ocean and I saw.
And I think it was really good having Jen there to hear all of these ideas, and hopefully she can implement some of those things into her classroom to eventually improve her teaching practice as well.
What can you do to support colleagues to implement effective literacy teaching strategies in the classroom? How do you differentiate your teaching to cater for students with diverse linguistic and cultural backgrounds?